When we talk about humanity's greatest works, there is one place that seems to transcend all limits of capability. A stone city perched precariously among towering mountain peaks, shrouded in clouds, and hidden from the rest of the world for centuries. Machu Picchu, the old peak in the native Quechua language. Located at an altitude of 2,430 meters above sea level, surrounded by abysses hundreds of meters deep and the magnificent Andes peaks, Machu Picchu is a wonder that defies all logic. Built by the Inca Empire around the 15th century, Machu Picchu has over 200 granite stone structures. Each stone block weighs from several hundred kilograms to about 20 to 25 tons. Cut with astonishing precision and fitted together without mortar, joining so perfectly that not even a knife blade can be slipped through the gaps. But what truly amazes scientists and archaeologists is how? How could a civilization without wheels, without heavy draft animals like horses or oxen, without iron tools, move these colossal stone blocks across the planet's most treacherous terrain? How could they cut granite, one of the hardest types of stone, with precision that even modern technology struggles to achieve? How could they build an earthquake-resistant city with a drainage system so perfect it still functions after more than 500 years? What could the answer lie in? The technical genius of the Incas? Mysterious astronomical knowledge? Or intervention from some more enigmatic source of knowledge? Today, we will explore one of the greatest mysteries of ancient civilization. How could the Incas build Machu Picchu, the city in the clouds? Please hit subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss the next historical mysteries. And now, join me on a journey to the magnificent Andes, where the secrets of the past await. To understand why Machu Picchu is an engineering marvel, we first need to know what this city is and under what circumstances it was built. Machu Picchu was built around 1450 during the reign of Inca Emperor Pachacuti, who expanded the Inca Empire from a small kingdom into one of the largest empires in the ancient world, stretching along the western coast of South America. The city comprises about 200 structures divided into different areas: the temple and religious ceremony quarter, the royal quarter, and the residential area. The structures are connected by hundreds of stone steps and surrounded by about 600 agricultural terraces used for farming. What is astonishing is Machu Picchu's location. The city sits on a narrow mountain ridge between two peaks, Huayna Picchu and Machu Picchu, surrounded by abysses hundreds of meters deep, with the Urubamba River winding below. Three sides of the city are steep rock faces, with only one small path connecting to the outside world. This is a perfect location for defense, but it also makes construction extremely difficult. Imagine transporting tons of stone across treacherous mountain terrain up to an altitude of 2,430 meters, without wheels, without machinery, without heavy draft animals. But it's not just the location. The construction technique is what's truly astonishing. Machu Picchu's structures were built in the ashlar style, a dry stone technique using no mortar. Each stone block was precisely cut to fit perfectly with adjacent blocks, creating solid walls that could stand for centuries, surviving countless earthquakes. Some stone blocks have up to 32 sides, each side fitting perfectly with surrounding blocks, creating complex geometric patterns. For example, in the Temple of the Three Windows, polygonal stone blocks are fitted together like a perfect three-dimensional puzzle. Not just the external structure, but even the foundation technique is very advanced. Archaeologists have discovered that the Incas dug down to the natural bedrock and placed layers of stone chips, gravel, and sand to create a drainage system. This helps prevent rainwater from eroding the foundation and keeps the structure standing after more than 500 years of rain and floods. And the most astonishing thing? All of this was accomplished without iron tools, without wheels, without machinery, and even without writing to convey technical blueprints. The Incas left no drawings or texts describing how they built these structures. Machu Picchu was brought to world attention in 1911 by historian Hiram Bingham, a Yale University professor, through scientific research, though some local people already knew of this site before. For 400 years prior, the city had been forgotten, lost in the deep jungle, one of the few Inca cities not discovered and destroyed by the Spanish. So how could the Incas build this masterpiece? How could they transport and cut stone with such precision? The answer remains a mystery, but there are astonishing hypotheses we will explore. One of Machu Picchu's greatest mysteries is how the Incas transported these colossal stone blocks to an altitude of 2,430 meters across treacherous mountain terrain. The stone quarries used to build Machu Picchu are located kilometers away. The main granite quarry has been identified at Quechua, about 8 kilometers as the crow flies from Machu Picchu, but requiring passage through multiple abysses and steep slopes. An average stone block at Machu Picchu weighs from several hundred kilograms to several tons. Many larger blocks, especially in important structures like the Temple of the Sun, weigh up to 20 to 25 tons. How to move these stone blocks? The Incas had no wheels, not because they didn't know about this concept, but because the steep terrain of the Andes made wheels useless. They also had no heavy draft animals like horses or oxen. Llamas, the animals they raised, could only carry loads of about 45 kilograms, too small compared to the weight of stone that needed transporting. So how did they do this? Archaeological scholars believe the Incas used multiple techniques to transport stone. They built temporary earthen ramps and used plant fiber ropes to pull heavy stone blocks using human power. The ancient Inca road system, over 40,000 kilometers long, connecting the entire empire, was designed with controlled gradients, supporting the movement of heavy objects. Additionally, the Incas may have applied the stone rocking method, creating back and forth movement using ropes and levers to move stones bit by bit. Modern reconstruction experiments show that a group of 10 to 20 people can move a 10-ton stone block using these techniques. Another possible strategy is divide and conquer. The Incas may have cut stones at the quarry into smaller, more transportable blocks, then assembled them at the Machu Picchu construction site. But the real mystery isn't transporting stone, but how they cut and process these stone blocks. How could they cut granite, an extremely hard type of stone, with millimeter precision without iron tools? The Incas had bronze tools, but bronze is too soft to cut granite. Some researchers believe they used abrasion technique, using sandstone and water to grind granite over time. This is a slow and laborious process, but can achieve high precision. Another hypothesis is that the Incas used strategic chiseling technique, exploiting natural weak points of granite stone, like cracks or crystal structure, to chisel with stone hammers, making the stone split along desired lines. This technique requires practical understanding of stone characteristics, accumulated through experience. Modern archaeological experiments show that processing granite stone with hard stone tools, like hematite or quartz, and sand is feasible, but requires high skill and considerable time. A complex stone block, like tight-fitting ashlar type, may take weeks to months to complete. The Incas' dry stone stacking technique without mortar is also very advanced. Stone blocks were cut to have a key, a protruding part that fits into the recess of the adjacent block, creating strong mechanical bonds. This gives structures extraordinary earthquake resistance. When earthquakes occur, stone blocks can shake lightly and dance on the foundation, then fall back into their original positions. This technique is so complex that even modern engineers are amazed. Machu Picchu is not just a city, it's also a giant astronomical observatory. Many structures here were built with astonishingly precise astronomical alignments, showing that the Incas had deep knowledge of the sky. The center of this astronomical system is the Intihuatana, commonly translated as hitching post of the sun. This is a precisely carved granite boulder, with angles pointing exactly to the directions of solstice and equinox points. On these days, the sun appears to stand still in the sky when viewed from this stone. The Temple of the Sun, a semicircular structure built on a natural boulder, is also designed so that sunlight shines through the main window precisely on the summer solstice. A similar phenomenon also occurs at the astronomical window, where sunrise light shines through the window exactly on the winter solstice. These astronomical alignments are not coincidental, but require years of careful observation and mathematical knowledge to achieve. How could the Incas, without modern astronomical equipment, achieve such precision? Some researchers believe the Incas' astronomical knowledge may relate to their religion and mythology. In the Inca belief system, the sun, Inti, was the supreme deity. According to legend, the first king of the Incas, Manco Capac, was the son of the sun god, sent down to earth to teach knowledge to humanity. The god Viracocha, the creator deity in Inca mythology, is described as a bearded man in white robes, coming from the sea or from the sky. He is said to have taught the Incas about agriculture, astronomy, medicine, and the art of construction. After completing his mission, Viracocha is said to have walked on water and disappeared into the Pacific Ocean. This legend has strange similarities with legends from other civilizations, from Quetzalcoatl of the Aztecs to Osiris of the Egyptians, about civilization gods who taught humans advanced knowledge. These legends have led some researchers like Graham Hancock to propose a bold hypothesis. Machu Picchu and other megalithic structures around the world may be legacy from an advanced civilization that existed before the last ice age, about 12,000 years ago. According to this hypothesis, this civilization was destroyed by a global catastrophe, but some survivors passed on knowledge to later civilizations, including the Incas. This could explain the strange similarities between megalithic structures around the world, as well as the advanced astronomical knowledge of ancient civilizations. An even bolder hypothesis proposed by author Erich von Däniken and supporters of ancient astronaut theory, that these structures were built with help or guidance from an extraterrestrial civilization. They point to strange symbols in Inca art, as well as the astonishing precision of the structures as evidence of outside intervention. Of course, most scientists and archaeologists reject these hypotheses. They believe the Incas were simply talented engineers and astronomers who developed their knowledge through generations of observation and experimentation. But whatever hypothesis is correct, one thing cannot be denied. The Incas' astronomical knowledge, demonstrated through Machu Picchu, is an astonishing achievement of human intelligence. So what is the truth? Is Machu Picchu the product of Inca technical genius, a legacy from an older civilization, or was there intervention from gods from the sky? Each hypothesis has its own strengths and weaknesses, and perhaps the truth lies somewhere between these extremes. Modern science is helping us understand more about Machu Picchu, but also raising many new questions. Modern techniques like 3D laser scanning, ground-penetrating radar, and material analysis have illuminated many mysteries about how Machu Picchu was built. The digital Machu Picchu project has created the most detailed map of the city ever, with precision down to the millimeter. Thanks to this scanning technology, archaeologists have discovered many new details about Machu Picchu's structure. For example, they determined that the city's drainage system is much more complex than previously thought, with over 130 channels and drainage pipes built under structures and plazas. This system was designed to handle large amounts of rain during the rainy season, preventing floods and erosion. What's astonishing is that this system still functions effectively after more than 500 years, showing the high technical level of the Incas. Soil and stone sample analysis also shows the Incas had astonishing geological knowledge. They knew exactly which types of stone were most suitable for each type of structure and how to exploit them efficiently. A 2019 study by Yale University discovered that Machu Picchu's location was not random. The city was built at the intersection of geological faults, where there are many underground water veins. This ensures year-round water supply for the city, even during dry season. Modern archaeological experiments are also helping illuminate how the Incas may have cut and processed stone. Researchers have recreated Inca period bronze tools and experimented with cutting granite stone. They discovered that with a combination of bronze tools, sandstone, and water, they could create precise cuts on granite stone. However, this process is extremely slow and laborious, requiring weeks or even months to complete a complex stone block. This shows that building Machu Picchu must have taken much longer than previously estimated, possibly up to several generations instead of just a few decades. Machu Picchu still stands there after more than 500 years, challenging us with its mysteries. From precisely cut stone blocks to accurate astronomical alignments, this city in the clouds remains one of the greatest wonders of ancient civilization. We have explored many hypotheses about how the Incas could have built Machu Picchu. Perhaps they used sophisticated stone transportation techniques, combining levers, ramps, and human power. Perhaps they used sandstone and water to abrade hard granite. Or perhaps, as some believe, they inherited knowledge from an older civilization or even from gods from the sky. Whatever the truth, one thing cannot be denied. Machu Picchu is testimony to the extraordinary capabilities of humans, the ability to overcome seemingly impossible challenges to create beauty and harmony. In this age of robots, artificial intelligence, and advanced machinery, we sometimes forget that our ancestors, with the simplest tools, created wonders that even modern technology struggles to replicate. Machu Picchu reminds us that intelligence, patience, and deep understanding of the natural world can be more powerful than the most advanced machines. And perhaps that's the most valuable lesson from Machu Picchu. That human potential is unlimited when we work together and integrate into the natural world instead of conquering it. So what about you? What do you think about how the Incas built Machu Picchu? Were they self-taught technical geniuses, or were they guided by an older source of knowledge? Please leave your opinions in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. And if you liked this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the next historical mysteries.